This time we're going to talk about the 10 things I've learned in almost the 8 or 9 months I've been out here on the road. And I narrowed it down to the top 10, but there have been hundreds of things that I've learned, maybe thousands, because of all you people out there giving me all these great comments and suggestions. But this is for the person who's never RV'd before. When I got my rig, I had never stepped foot in an RV and had no idea what it was all about. And here are the top 10 things that I've learned. And I've got notes, so every once in a while you'll see me looking down. I want to make sure I get them right. First of all, if I had to do it all over again, I think I would have rented a couple different size RVs and a couple different configurations to see what I liked and what I didn't like. You got to find what's the right fit for you. And I wanted, that way you can learn a whole lot more before you buy your RV. By renting, you'll know, ooh, I like this kind of stove, I don't like that kind of stove. I need this, I need that, I want this, I don't need that. So if I had to do it again, I probably would have rented first. One of the reasons, having not rented, one of the things that I got in this RV that, man, it made a good marketing point, but the guy was like, yeah, it has a 7.5 liter V8 engine. You could pull anything with this RV. And I was like, well, that's really nice to know that if I needed to ever pull anything, I could. But I haven't pulled a thing. And I'll tell you right now, a 7.5 liter V8 drinks gas like nobody's business. This RV gets maybe, luckily, between 6 and 7 gallons to the mile. So in the beginning, when he said, it's got the big engine, it can pull anything, I thought, great, but ooh, that one really, with what's going on with gas, that one bit me in the butt. Number 2 was before I left on my adventures in my RV, I bought everything I thought I'd ever need, ever, and stuffed my RV to the gills. And I've spent the last 8 months getting rid of stuff. I remember one guy on one, I don't remember his name, but he said, you're not going to the moon. There's always going to be a Walmart or a Discount Tire or whatever nearby. So, pack what you need to get through, like maybe the first night or 2 or 3. And then everything else, as you need it, you can buy it, borrow it, whatever. So, man, don't pack like you're going to the moon. Remember, there's within very short amount of space, there's going to be a Walmart superstore. Here's the thing that I wasn't, and that's to be a basic handyman. Know a little bit about electrical systems, know a little bit about carpentry, know a little bit about plumbing before you ever get in your RV. And knowing a little bit about each of those, when you get in your RV, you can take a look at your plumbing, you can take a look at your electrical, you can take a look at how the cabinets are and everything, and get an idea, is this something you can work on or not? And the big RVs, the $100,000 jobs, probably not. But if you're like me and you get an old RV, there's a lot of stuff you can work on in these old rigs. So before ever setting off, learn a little bit about it, all of that stuff. And also learn how to do the basic servicing of your engine. Or when you're looking at your RV, is that engine serviceable? One of the things I thought I'd be doing all the time is changing my oil. Changing your oil, that can't be too hard. Put a new oil filter in and change your oil. Well, the oil plug is right behind a big horizontal beam, and it doesn't drip You know, like if you unplug your oil plug, it doesn't go straight down where you can catch it in an oil pan, drip pan. It lands on that beam and travels halfway across the RV axle and pours all over the ground someplace else. So that's a pain in the butt. And the other thing is that the oil filter in this RV is, it's one of those sideway ones that goes in like this. So you have to put a little oil in it, and it gets all over the place. So this one was not that easy for me to do. I mean, some of you guys out there, like my brother, who's likes to do mechanical engine stuff, you know, he's like, no big problem. You just do this and this and this. And for me, you know, take a look at your engine. Is it serviceable? Are the things easy to get to? Like, for instance, in my car, you have to take the what's called the air manifold off to get to the transmission fluid dipstick. So you have to kind of take your engine apart a little bit to get to the dipstick for the transmission fluid, which I found to be kind of odd. So before you get an RV, take a look at, you know, how serviceable is it going to be by you, and how much are you going to have to do by professionals. The one thing I still have trouble with, because I'm living solo, is meal planning. And that is just, for me, I find like the 5 or 6 things I like to eat, and I eat those things day after day after day after day, and I got to learn to, you know, broaden my horizons a little bit and eat more varied foods. So meal planning is kind of a pain in the butt. When you're by yourself, I'm eating now because I'm hungry, not because of a nice meal or anything like that. So that's one. And the next one, which is number 7, is the black tank. Ugh. That one I'm still working with, because I'm going to, I don't know. I need to watch more videos or something, because I feel like I need a hazmat suit, because I've got the gray tank kind of mastered, but the black tank, for some reason, it gets everywhere. It gets all over me, my shoes, my hands. And of the two, the black tank is the messier one. So if those of you who are out there who are giggling right now, because you know, black tank, blech, it's just not fun. And you know, you watch these YouTube influencers, and I don't think they poop. You know, they'll show you all the beautiful places, and they'll show you all this, and they maybe even talk about taking out the urinal and all that, but I don't think they poop. I did one time take a trowel and go poop in the desert, and I swear I thought every drone, every car, every person within 1,000 miles could see me doing my thing. So I know people go out in the woods and just go like an animal, but still got to get that one under my belt. Now, the next one, leaks. You know, it doesn't rain often enough that it causes me to worry about it, but I'm pretty sure my whole winter in the Arizona deserts, in the very dry, and I didn't leave there till after the temperatures got over 100, 110, maybe 115. I think all my sealants got baked. And when I went and checked around in the RV, now that I'm up here in Provo area, man, a lot of those sealants look like they're all shriveled up and dead. And I got a rain up here, and guess what? It leaked. So if you're ever out anywhere where it gets really hot or anything like that, and I would suggest when you get to your next location, take a look at your sealants, because I don't know, I don't think they're rated for over 100 degrees. At least the ones I used for it. So leaks, I have them. I don't like them. They ruin the RV. Now here's one that I'm still working on, is collecting apps phone apps. I've got a phone app that's a level bubble, because I keep putting my levels, I don't have an automatic level system for this RV, and the level bubbles I've got, I don't know, I put them somewhere in the RV and I lose them. So I've got a level bubble on my RV, and I just throw it on the floor when I get ready to park, and I look for the little circle to get into the little bubble to get into the circle, and it's about as level as I'll get. The other apps I use gas apps, because using the app saves you usually like 5, 6, 7 cents a gallon, and it also helps you keep track of how much gas you use. I use iOverlander, iExit, and I'm looking at Dyrt, D-Y-R-T, to help find places. It shows me places that other places, like iOverlander, doesn't show, but I'm learning to find the good RV boondocking apps. So, get into those, because they do help a lot. And last but not least is, how do I get on the internet? For me, the fastest internet for doing like uploads and downloads of the videos is, I go into town and I go to a library. And almost all libraries have free internet access, and it's really nice to maybe get out of the rig every now and then and just go into a library and do your stuff. Otherwise, I'm using Mint, M-I-N-T, Mint Mobile, and for $15 a month, you get like 40 gigabytes of internet connection, low speed, and then it's unlimited. So after you use your 40 gigabytes, it just starts slowing down a little bit. And then I've got 20 gigabytes of high-speed internet, and 20 gigabytes is enough to upload and download, a couple of times a month, with internet files. Or, and I've had no problems down in the Arizona area, in the Yuma area, and I've had no problems up here in the Provo area. And for $15 a month for your first year, that's, I don't know, you guys, I see so many people with Starlink and all this other stuff, and I'm using Mint Mobile, and it's doing everything except for the really heavy-duty uploads and downloads, which I use the library for. So, did I mention clothes? I think I did, but I packed like I was going to the moon. So I had packed all my winter clothes, all my summer clothes, and 6 months out of the, like all the time I was in Yuma, it was just tank tops and shorts, and all the winter clothes weren't used, and I don't know. I overpacked. So just don't overpack. I'd love to hear some of the, on the top 10 list of yours, some of the things you guys did that you wished you hadn't, or that you've learned. And hopefully this wasn't too much rambling. Sitting, what, I think I like walking better, as long as I don't fall in a hole. But this one is sitting against my rig there, and I'll keep posting as you keep watching. Thank you so much. Bye.